Right, welcome back. And like I promised earlier, is that we are going to be having serious conversations this morning. We just concluded a conversation on unpacking county leadership, and we were really talking deep about Nairobi County. You heard what DNG had to say. If you missed that, you can always go back. We are live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya, so you can always follow up on the same if you missed any part of it. Right now, I want us to talk about something different. We are talking about great citizen experience, even when citizens have no choice. You've gone to a public sector or a public office where you needed services, and then you came out of that place either feeling depressed or feeling like your moods were shaken a little bit, or you just were not satisfied. Someone was nice to you, but then you were not satisfied with the experience. I am joined by Paul Kitemu, who is a customer experience strategist who has helped various organizations to have better customer service, better experience for their customers. So he'll be helping us delve deeper into this, but for that, introduce himself to you. Paul.
Yeah, thank you, viewers. My name is Paul Kitemu, a business management consultant and a customer and citizen experience expert for a number of years, working with organizations to transform the way they serve their customers as well as the way they serve the citizens.
Thank you so much. And in business, we would be a sure at Tuesday, so normally we talk about business a lot. Yeah. In business, we normally say that sometimes, not all the time, the customer is right, because sometimes, we have this narrative that the customer is always right. But then what is important is your customer experience. When someone gets to your shop, do they feel valued? Do they feel like, I'm getting the best experience with the money that I'm giving? Despite the fact that something may be way exaggerated in price, but the customer service that you're giving makes them feel like, it was worth it, with the executive experiences. But right now, I want us to just paint for us a picture where we have a difference between customer service and customer experience, because the customer service might be well, but then you get out of that place not satisfied. Someone might be very nice to you, but then you get out of that place not satisfied. Please paint for us that picture.
Okay, I'll go with the comment that you've given, that the customer is always right, and there's that debate. And we're saying that even when the customer is not right, the customer is the customer, and the customer is the business. Now, talking about customer service and customer experience, customer service, I would say, is just a branch of customer experience. Customer service is that interaction that I'm having with this person, with this, maybe the host of this show. But what is the experience that I am having with the entire KUTV? The overall experience, even before I came here and after I leave this place, I'll carry the experience. The service, the customer service will be done, but my experience goes with me. How I was made to feel, the memories that I walk out with, that's customer experience. And we have moved now from customer service. We are talking about customer experience, because in organizations, when I go and I visit desk number A, I'll get customer service from that desk. When I go to B, I'll get another customer service. But cumulatively, how is my experience with the overall organization or brand? That's the difference. Right.
So I think most of the time we fail to miss that place, that it's not from the time a customer gets into your premises. And for this case, let's talk here, because we're talking about government services. From the time that a person gets into that gate of the DCI office to the time they get out, that's how the experience is created. Now, in a situation where we do not have managers who are holding, the workers accountable for their action, handling complaints. Now, as citizens, do we have a channel where we can, direct these our complaints without it feeling like, it is, without the ones we are directing the complaints to becoming defensive of what you are saying? Are there right channels or right ways on how to address these complaints in order to get positive feedback from them?
It's different from the private sector, because in the private sector, if I'm not satisfied with a certain aspect of business, be it the product, be it the process, be it the person, I can actually go to social media and I just post there, and the organization will receive enough bashing from the society. In the government, of course, we still have the same channels. The challenge is not that we don't have the channel. The challenge is how do we take that feedback and make use of it to better the service that the citizens are asking for. How fast do we resolve this issue when it's raised? Remember, in our public sector, I don't have an option. I don't have another shop where I can get my passport. I don't have another shop where I can get my ID. So even when I complain, I'll just complain and tomorrow I'll be back there. And that's why we are sensitizing the public sector to think about this person, even as they look for the service they are looking for. They don't have a choice, but at least let's handle people with dignity, remembering that there are people first before they come for the service or the product that you're offering. Equally, as we were discussing earlier, the same people in the public sector, they also access service from the private sector. And I've been in private sector for years, and I would see someone from a government department or sector demanding for service delivery from a private. But when you go to their offices, the song changes. If we can just have the same standards across, whether private or public, that I will handle this issue, and when there's a gap, we take it as an opportunity to improve service delivery for the benefit of everyone in the ecosystem.
And in your opinion, do you think that there are specific things that we should be looking at to improve in order to, because I think there might be underlying issues. The same way we say that when students burn their dormitories, it's not just about the food, it's about the dissatisfaction they had, maybe trauma or something, psychological issues. But then when it comes to experience with the public service, are there things that we are not talking about them, probably skills, probably failed systems, that in your opinion you think contribute to such bad experiences that we experience?
I would say it's a mix of many things. One, it's the culture that you don't have an option, whether you fume and walk out, tomorrow you still need to come back here. The second one is the processes that are in place. You'll find in one organization you need a certain document, or you just need someone's signature, but you have to visit several offices. At the end of the day, you will get your service, and the organization or the department will say, we served 20 customers, also 20 citizens. We need to move outside what we've delivered and ask this citizen, how was their journey as they were getting this service? Secondly, we need to ask ourselves, if we were the ones on this other side looking for the service we are offering, would we really be satisfied with that service? Always putting yourself in the customers, in quotes, the citizens' shoes. We've had cases where if I'm working in this department and I did my document done, it can take an hour. But if I'm an outsider, it will take months. Months of follow-ups, months of calls, months of submitting documents. How come if it can be done in an hour internally, it cannot be done in a day for external customers? Standardizing and making sure that we are not just serving numbers, we are serving citizens, we are serving our brothers and our sisters. And granted, there are structures maybe in a public sector that are not there in private sector, but even these structures and bureaucracies, can we ask ourselves this question: can we shorten the bureaucracy, the processes, to fasten the service delivery to the citizens? Are we saying it's all bad? No, there is great improvement. I'll talk about the Huduma centers of this world, a very great initiative, and we have seen great improvement. But we still have areas where, even within Huduma center, things can be improved. We have automation. And we are saying when you automate, when you take a service online, that's a channel. But you could have a channel, but the people that are supporting the channel are not really wired to offer that exceptional citizen experience. So as you automate, we also need to automate the people's mindset. Because yes, I'll go to this shop or this kiosk, a government kiosk, and I'll be told, just log in, dial this, do this. But how I'm being guided waters down the effort the government has put in place to automate these processes. When the system is down, how is the person handling me or educating me as a citizen? So it's good to automate, but you can automate and leave people's mindset in the years back. We need to move together. We automate the people's mindset and we automate the system.
All right.
Yes.
I'm beginning to think that is it that working in public service, the people work in public service do not think like this is a job and think of it like an obligation. Is that the case?
It is both a job, a calling, and an obligation. Remember, this person saw an advert or saw an opportunity, they applied and they knew, I'm joining this office to serve the citizen. So when you know that you have gotten that job to serve the citizen, then do it. Because at the end of the day, there is that which you get from your employer, the government. And who is the government, by the way? The government is the citizen who has put the people in the offices to serve them. So if this person, if you are drawing a salary from the citizen, let's reciprocate by giving the service the citizen is looking for. And not only giving the service, but giving it in the right way. Granted that sometimes there will be delays in the service we're offering, but where is the human side of serving this person? You walk into an office and you find someone who is talking to you like they were forced to be in that office. And this person is there to serve you. If you didn't go there, the person will be jobless. Of course, they say in government you are permanent and pensionable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not hide under permanent and pensionable. If you are pensionable, you are drawing the pension from the citizen. Please serve your pension very well. Serve your salary very well. In corporate world, we say your customer is your salary. So in public sector, the citizen is your salary. How are you serving your salary?
All right, that's well put. Now, we've had the now Public Service Cabinet Secretary, Geoffrey Ruku, making several impromptu visits to different state departments, different offices, lands, and the sort. So, is this way effective, or a way of being anonymous or something like that? Is it effective? If so, why? How effective is it?
In all honesty, I'll say it's not effective because the CS cannot be in all government offices all the time. And if he's in Nairobi today, definitely the people in Nyanza, they will not be doing what they're supposed to be doing if they have to be policed. In service delivery, you cannot deliver just because you are being policed. It has to come from the heart. Remember, as we do trainings, we talk about the head, where you know what you're supposed to do. We talk about the hand. You have the skills to do what you are supposed to do. But the most important domain is the heart. Do you have the heart to serve? At the end of the day, as you are packing your bag to go home, how do you feel about the people you interacted with? If you have to serve because you are being policed, I call that slavery. Because if my boss is here, that's when I want to demonstrate that I'm doing my best. A story is told of this person who was just doing their own things, and when the boss comes in, they start typing on the keyboard, yet the computer is not even powered on, because they are doing compliance. In service delivery, compliance is good, but commitment is more important. So as you prepare to go to work, ask yourself, why am I going to work? I'm going to interact with people. And these people are the ones who are paying me. So don't wait for the CS or for your team leader to supervise you to deliver that which you are being paid to deliver. So it is not effective to be policing people to do what they are supposed to be doing. You are one person and we have a million serving the citizens. You cannot be everywhere all the time. And the moment you leave the office, they will say, now he's gone, let's go back to our factory setting. So it's not sustainable. What is sustainable is mindset shift. It's a culture change where we don't want to hear the difference between public sector and private sector. We are all serving customers who go by different names. In private sector, they are customers. In public sector, they are citizens. What's their experience as you serve them? And remember, as you serve them, you're also a customer in that same government. So how are you experiencing the services that you're offering? Would you be served by you? So if you cannot be served by you, then change you so that you can be served by you.
All right. One day at a time, or one person at a time.
Right.
Now, you've interacted with several of these government employees through workshops and all these discussions. I'm sure they've mentioned probably one or two things that probably citizens do as they get to receive services that maybe gets them out of mood, or generally something that citizens do that may really be a problem to them receiving good customer service or service delivery. Do you have any that you can mention?
Yeah, what they will accuse citizens of is lack of knowledge. As a public sector, we know for you to get this document, you need to submit this, and if you have to get it within this time, you must deliver or submit it within this time. But the citizen is not educated to know this is what I need to do before I demand for this service. That's one. But again, who is supposed to educate the citizen? It's the responsibility of the service provider. That's the public sector. Educate the citizens that we are offering this, and for you to benefit from it, you need to comply with this. That's one. Secondly, it's also the citizens' mindset. They know, I'm going to the government office, guys, pray for me. So they go there with that mindset that I don't know what I'm going to face. So even as I approach this person, I'm coming with an attitude that I don't expect good service here, but I'll push my agenda until I see whether it will work. So when you have the service receiver and the service deliverer having a mindset or an attitude, then the two attitudes, when they meet, there'll be fireworks. So we need to appreciate that we are going to this office to meet our brothers and our sisters who know best how to deliver their services. So are we also supposed to go there demanding or engaging? Remember, it's a relationship we have. I need the service, you're offering the service, you benefit from my patronage to the office. So it's mutual benefit. I enjoy the service, you enjoy the taxes or the salary that you draw for me. Yeah.
All right. We've had allegations that sometimes corruption is institutionalized. These are just allegations. And just to give an example is with the police department where they will receive bribe, but then when you report such cases, they will really end up nowhere because apparently my boss has a part on that. The stories that we hear, they even have targets. So with corruption being institutionalized, allegedly, could this be the reason why we have so much bureaucracy, so much confusions in systems, just to have you get some money to ease in that process?
I really, as you're saying, it's allegedly. So I don't have the facts. May not be an authority to comment about corruption. However, I've walked into government offices and there are these nice billboards or the signages that are saying this is corruption-free zone. But then what brings into this corruption is because I need my passport. I've gotten a conference to attend and I need my passport or I need my visa or I need whatever I need to travel. And I have a week. But when I walk into this office, I'm told you will get this in 2 months. I mean, in 2 months, the conference is next week. Definitely, I need this document. So what am I forced to do? I ask, is there something that can be done? Because I really need this passport. Definitely, I know a passport can be out in 3 days. But then when I'm told, now for it to come out in a week, we need to make sure that all the people who are signing are in the office. And I think this is where now you start feeling, is there any cost I can meet? Is there like fast tracking fee? It may not be called fast tracking fee, but since I want to travel, the cost of missing the conference that I'm going for is so high that I would rather tell this person, mwambie niharakishie. So unajua, I can't tell them verbally. So I facilitate a corruption. It was not clearly asked for, but because they are making the process look so long, and I must get this document, then we both get compromised, the service provider and the service seeker. Then we end up doing that. A story is told of a place you go to an office and you receive exceptional service until you feel like you owe them something. You feel like you need to appreciate them because you didn't expect it. Honestly, we need to give exceptional experience to our citizens, and without asking for anything extra. Why? Because we are already drawing our income from the citizen.
Right. That is very well said. I think that will bring us to the end of this discussion, because I'm also told time is not on our side. Maybe before we conclude that, any final words to viewers back at home briefly?
I think we are brothers and sisters in all these offices, be it private, be it public. Ask yourself, if it is your son looking for that ID, would you tell them to wait for a month? Or you tell them, just hold there, I'll process it for you. That other person, that other citizen is a brother, is a sister to someone else. If we can all embrace this citizen experience at our level, regardless of the structures in organization, at the individual level, we can have that mindset shift and say, I'll give my best regardless of the limitations that I have. And it is one person at a time, one citizen at a time, and we'll be on our way to becoming a citizen experience organizations in this nation.
Right. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you too.
That has been Paul, who is a customer experience strategist, who has been joining us for a conversation on great citizen experience, even when citizens have no choice. So coming up next is a discussion on the state of the nation. And of course, we'll be joined by Sharon Mukai and Lillian Awor. Yes.